What's up guys, welcome to yet another build video. This time we have a Ford Excursion in for a rear bumper with a tire carrier. I'm also going to be building a ladder on the passenger side to be able to get up to his roof rack. Also, the back of the roof rack is wide open, so we're going to be closing that off as well. We're also going to see if we can fit these side steps to the Excursion, and I've already went ahead and made the plate for the back of the roof rack. As far as designing the back of the bumper, we're not looking at anything super complex. We're basically gonna have a rectangle going all the way across, and we're gonna add some D-rings, and then the tire carrier spindle is gonna go right here, and we're gonna have that go right into the center. Here we have a section that goes straight up, but then in order to get to the roof rack, we have this angle right here. We also have this curve right here. So I need to make sure that the ladder can go straight up and then not only angle this way to get to the top of the roof rack, but also go inward to match the curve of the side. The first thing I'm starting with is the ladder, so I'm gonna get my steel ready. So this piece right here is gonna go mounted onto this piece here. This piece right here is plastic, but on the inside we have metal. I'm gonna have it centered in between this screw and that screw right there. And we have 14 inches right there across. That'll be the same width of the ladder going all the way up to the top. We're using 1-inch square tubing for the ladder, and I've cut this section right here. That way I can bend this into a 90-degree angle. I've drilled 3 holes in here. I'm going to be fitting this bolt and nut onto the bottom of it. From there, basically work all the way up and create the bottom and middle of the ladder, and then we'll end up here. Now that I have this bottom piece mounted, what I can do now is weld the bottom of this to the mount, but we have an issue because down here, the end of the ladder is gonna have to be welded here. Because the bolt is in the way, I'm gonna have to cut this at an angle and drill a hole so that we can fit the bolt through this also. I've already went and welded the first bar onto the mount. Now that we have this one in place, I'm gonna work on the other one. Ladder's bolted in completely at the bottom. I've got a few welds in the places where I needed it to hold, but for the most part, it's all tacked up. Now I'm gonna work on the section that goes from here all the way up to the top. Now what I can do is take one of these pieces, which is going to be the steps, mark this angle right here to make sure that it fits, and then the same on this side. I'm going to tack one up here on this side, because when I tacked this one up, it leaned a little bit more than it should have, so I'll just bring it closer. Right here, I've already mounted the mount that's going to be going onto the roof. I'm going to shift the ladder over a little bit, get this tacked up, and then work on the next mount. Basically, at this point, it's just adjusting the steps and adding the rest of them, and then we'll be finished. All right, we're starting to get a ladder. Got it mounted down here with nuts and bolts. Up top too. I'm just gonna do a little test, make sure it's good. All I'm holding on to is right here. I'd say that passes. All right, so next step is I'm gonna add one more step right here in the middle. I'm gonna line this one up a little bit more. I'm gonna put one more up here in the middle and then line that one up. Ladder is looking almost complete. At this point, the entire ladder is tacked up. I'm gonna take this off and get all of the welds finished. So far, the entire ladder is now welded. There are a few spots that I'm gonna grind down. And that is the finished ladder for the Ford Excursion. We've got quite a bit of work to do on this thing, but I'm gonna break it off into separate videos. We'll make this one the video just for the ladder, and the next video is going to be for the rear bumper. The plate that I made for the back of the roof rack has already been painted and installed. And then another task is going to be installing these side steps that are meant for a Jeep onto the Ford Excursion. As always, thank you guys so much for watching these videos and subscribing to the YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.